Hey everybody, as you can see, I am back in my office today. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then that means you have not been watching my ongoing video series with my wife, where she helps me organize my 30-year-old collection into one rather than several little piles distributed strategically all over the place. I am filming this in front of my bookcase with trade paperbacks and signed hardcover books and little stickers and from fellow YouTubers and artists and tchotchkes, and I'm still trying to figure out how to organize all that stuff. I feel like I need to get a binder to put everything in because I like getting notes and stickers and whatnot from other YouTubers. The only thing I kind of regret on this, but I really just don't want to move it, you can see over my left shoulder over here is a pass. It was a backstage pass for a comedy show from one of, actually he is my favorite living comedian, Bobby Kelly or Robert Kelly. And up until recently, because he had stomach surgery, he was a pretty big guy, and unknowingly so, I put his pass right next to my Buddha glass that we got from Disney. And I could move it, but I kind of like it there. But I kind of feel bad. It's not a dig, Bobby, if you're watching, even though I know you're not. Well, there it is. Hello to all my friends out there in YouTube land. It is your good buddy, Fantastic Phil here, and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. It is party time in our household here. Well, actually, it's the day after party time, but it's a week of party time. I am filming this Monday night, the 20th. Tomorrow is my little guy's first birthday. We're very psyched and happy, and yeah, it was a year that went by pretty quickly. But yesterday we had some family and friends over at the house just to celebrate. We had food and ice cream cake and other cake, and I've got plenty of leftovers, and I'm sure by the end of this week I will have diabetes because we have a lot of ice cream cake left over. And we keep telling people, do you want to come back? We got plenty of food. Come on, help us out. But hopefully some people take us up on that offer. Anyway, how does that tie into this? Well, I haven't seen my family, some of my family, I should say, in quite a while. It's just we've been very busy. They've been busy. And long story short, I had not seen my youngest sister since before Christmas. And around that time, I sent her on a mission for me. She was, I'll say this, she was nice enough to go on this mission on my behalf. I was on the hunt for one particular book that I just figured I would never get. Not because it's a hard book to get, it's just prices were a little crazy. This is even before the 2020, hey, everything could be a movie kind of boost that we've seen. And it was just, I could never find a copy that I liked in my price range. So right before Christmas, prices of this book came down. And a comic shop that's in my area, Zap Comics in Wayne, New Jersey, happened to post one on their IG videos, and I thought the price was really good. And I was kind of happy because I just turned down a short box, 9.8. They wanted I think $2.50 for it. And I was like, I'm not paying it for that. So I asked her, I was like, hey, she actually works in the same town as Zap. Not going to say where, but if you find her out, who she is, and you try to stalk her, that's not cool. You won't have to worry about me. You'll have to worry about her husband. He'll beat you up. He's a nice guy, but I'm sure he can throw down if need be. Just don't put any of us in that position, okay? I think that's fair. Anywho, so I said, hey, I'm going to, if I were to call this place and pay them money, can you pick this up for me? He's like, yeah, sure. Sure enough, I called Zap and I explained the situation. They're like, yep, we don't care. Give us your money and we'll go from there. So went and did that. She picked it up for me, and I finally saw her. And she brought it with her. I am all sorts of exhausted. That's why I didn't have my live show this past week, by the way. I know I put up a sign at the last minute and put something on my IG, but we just had too much stuff to do, especially with the little guy's party. So I need a little break, and I'm still recovering. We're just all kinds of exhausted. And oh, by the way, I did mention the organization show. I'm going to put a link to the playlist if you haven't seen that and you want to get caught up on it. If you just want to revisit it and be a friend and throw a like and share and all that fun YouTube-y stuff, I'll put a link to the playlist at the end of the video, and I'll throw a card in here somewhere for something else. I don't know yet. I don't plan this crap out. I think you know that by now. So this isn't really an unboxing as it's an unbagging, and I know what it is, but I'm going to show it off to you. I'll tell you a little bit about it, why I like it, and we'll take a look at it, because at first glance, it looks like it's actually a 9.8 contender. And I got this for, I think it was $25. So I paid 10 times less for a raw copy. Even if I don't get this CGC graded, it's just a cool piece to have. So again, not an unboxing, it's an unbagging. Here is Zap's bag. Zap is one of the better known stores in the area. It's not my LCS, that's perfectly fine, but I've gone there for rare books. They tend to get a lot of collections in. They used to, I don't know if they've had it in a while, have like a Batman Day celebration. I got actually a very cool blind kind of, I guess a mystery box, and in it was this Catwoman sketch by an artist by the name of Nick Justice. I have yet to hang up. I framed it. They just had on the backing board. It's a Catwoman from the animated series. I have to figure out if and where I can hang that up, but I like that a lot. I don't think Nick does a lot of commissions anymore, but I'll put a link also in the video so you can throw him a bone if he does. Anyway, yeah, like Zap's not my normal store, but again, I saw this on my IG and I'm like, I want this. In case you don't know, here's the thing I'll put a link to here. Thank you for reminding me. Something fell out. Oh well. In case you don't know, I'm a gigantic Mike Del Mundo fan. I did a whole video about why I think he is the best and, in my opinion, underrated modern day artist, modern day comic artist. I've shown off what I consider a quintessential piece of sequential comic book art that I have in my office, right to my right. It's not hanging up, it's kind of leaning right now, but this is a Mike Del Mundo cover. I'm going to show this to you, and I'm going to preface this by saying, well, let me show it to you first, because I'm babbling at this point. So this is Star Wars Darth Vader #1 Mike Del Mundo cover. And let me just get a close-up of that here. Excuse the glare. Now, I'm going to tell you, I am not by any means a Star Wars guy. I don't like them, but I don't hate them. I like Mandalorian. I like Empire Strikes Back. I liked the Obi-Wan series, and I liked the Boba Fett series. I know people were like, this isn't Boba Fett. I thought it was fine. I just don't like the other movies. I don't like the idea of the Force and whatnot. It's this magical mysticism, and I think that's why I like Mandalorian so much. But I love Mike Del Mundo, and I think this is just a great, proper representation of Darth Vader. You've got Anakin in his mask, almost like he's in a Darth Vader jail cell. So I'm gonna open this up here. That's why I'm wearing my coffee drinking gloves. And we're gonna inspect it. That's right, I bought this one blind because, again, I was like, you know, for 25 bucks or whatever, might as well. It's something that I've admired, and as I've said, anytime I've seen it, whether it be on Shortboxed or eBay, it's been just a little bit at a price. So right off the bat, I don't see any ticks, but there is a little bit of damage in the corner right there. I think you could see that. If not, oh, here we go. Yeah. So maybe it's not a 9.8. I haven't read that CGC book yet, so I couldn't tell you how far they grade on it. Interior looks good. I think it's actually unread. It's not a book I would read. Again, just I'm not a Star Wars dude, and that's fine. Salvador Larroca art, which I kind of thought so, but confirmed it now. Yeah, and Salvador Larroca is one of my favorite one of my favorite interior artists as well. He's done some good covers too. I'll be honest with you, some of his Wolverine Origins stuff I really loved, and some of it I just disliked. Now, hold on a second, because and this is from 2015, by the way. I'm a little confused because it says the cover artist is Adi Granov, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is supposed to be a Mike Del Mundo variant. I'm like 90% sure it is, but I'm going to have to check post video and put a little blurb up. Yep, I ran out of view to get the bag and board again. So this will be the time that I post my little text up that yes, it is indeed a Mike Del Mundo cover, because this might have been, now that I think of it, at a time when, before Marvel was saying, hey, you know, yes, this is the regular cover artist, but the variant artist is such and such, or variants by such and such. So I'm very happy I got this, and I'm very happy I got it at a decent price, even if it is raw, even if I never get this thing slabbed. I just appreciate it so much. Even if it's not Mike Del Mundo, but I'm pretty sure it is, and I love Mike Del Mundo's work. Again, just a cool representation. So this is just a quick little hit. Thanks again for watching. Do all those YouTube-y things, like, share, subscribe. Tell your mom, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your dad, tell your neighbor, random people's on the street, anybody who has a computer where you think may have it. Just not weirdos, because we got enough of them here. And if you don't know who the weirdos are, you might be that person. We just don't know. Yeah, forgive me, I'm tired. So that's my cue to exit. Peace, love, and comics. Take care.